All right, I believe we are live, and I have moved the setup to a different room, hopefully with a more strong connection here. Um, Lighting is looking a little dark from what I can see, and this is during the daytime too, no less. So, the hope is, guys, the real professionals, what they do is for these lives, there's like a countdown, like a I don't know, like a 1, 2, 3 minute countdown before going live. That way, the presenter can get everything in order. People can come in because I'm sure you've heard me say before. Let's give a minute or two for everyone to file in. So yeah. Anyway, so let's do a quick introduction because not everyone's catching this live. So, welcome to the Latherhog channel. I'm your host, John, aka Latherhog. And today we are doing a mail call as well as I think some Q&A. So, for if you jump in and you are watching this live, please say hello in the chat and let me know where you're watching. So, what city you're in or what country. However, I'm not asking for exact, like a shipping address or anything like that. Just shout out location where you're from. So um, I know I know who's out there. So um, yeah, we got a few things. So on the I got a little outline to keep things kind of streamlined. So got some housekeeping as always. Got the mail call with a little bit of caveat. I recently just got back from New York with my family from visiting some family. I'm going to show you what I used, what I brought along with me. I have another trip coming up, so maybe I'll get some feedback for what I should bring with me. And yeah, that's and then of course, like I mentioned, Q&A can either go all at the end or if it's relevant to what we're talking about at the time, I'll address it at the as we go along each section. So that's the plan for today. And we're not going to be. I don't want to take up too much of your time. It is Friday afternoon as we're broadcasting this now, and I hope. Yeah. So I want to wish you guys a happy Friday first and foremost. So okay, let's do some of those logistics first. So the Lathered Talk season 2 finale dropped yesterday morning. So be sure to catch that. The season wraps up. We had 20 episodes this past season. It didn't quite align with a calendar year or anything like that, but we had a lot of great guests this year, and this last episode was just enough to just to catch up with Gerard, my co-host, and yeah, just kind of just share about what we're enjoying, what we enjoyed about this season, and and looking ahead. So it's the show is on break for the summer. We'll return later in late September, but it'll just be a good break. There's going to be still YouTube content will still continue, but as far as the podcast, that itself will take a break. The good thing is that a few wet shaving podcasts have popped up this past year. So quick shout out to Andy, who's running the Opinionated Brit. He has a YouTube channel and a grooming related podcast. So he covers shaving, pomades, and kind of things in that grooming umbrella. Please be sure to give his show a listen. It is interview based, and I think he just does a wonderful job. Very comfortable demeanor, and really a pleasure to listen to. And the other podcast, which we did actually get to a shout out, is the Retro Wet Shaving podcast. And it's funny, like that both gentlemen's Dave. Apologies if I got your name wrong, but I believe Dave and Andy are both from the UK. So it's kind of funny that those two podcasts are British based. Another fantastic interview based show, and that one sticks to the world of wet shaving. And actually, Dave's talked to a few content creators, so we do hope that we can. I think with both those guys, hope we can collaborate in later this year. Either have each other on the show or something like that. So that's kind of what's going on as far as podcasts. Hey Arvin, what's up? How's it going? Again, if you guys are just jumping on, we're doing a live. I'm just doing some logistics, but if you are here, please say hello and where you're watching from today. But so that is on the podcast. That's now also a plug for the Lather Talk Discord. If you're looking for a place to chat with wet shavers, other listeners of the podcast, and just enthusiasts and shaving geeks, etc., please stop by. You can the easiest link to get to is lathertalk.com for both the podcast, but also to get to the Discord. It's just another. If you're not sure what Discord is, it originally came as a way for gamers to gather, and you can do voice chat while you're playing games together online. But it's really grown to incorporate really any hobby, and shaving is amongst those hobbies, and very much so. I know my channel is geared towards shaving hobbyists. So yeah, if you like the content on my channel, if you like the podcast, I think you'll have a good time on the Lather Talk Discord. So come by. There's no obligation to stay, but we'd love to have you drop by and say hello. Hey Seth, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. So that is my plug for the Lather Talk Discord. All right, so moving on. Next point of topic is the actual mail call. And the caveat that I mentioned before is that a package got held up. And when I checked this morning, it was set to arrive today. And I usually get my mail late morning, at latest. Alas, it is delayed, and I don't think I'll get a chance to do another of these live live mail live mail calls. So I'm gonna straight up tell you, uh, Gerard recommended to me Southern Witchcraft's Namita, and that scent is from Sean Mayer. It's a fougere, a dark fougere is how it's described. Gerard really sold me on it, and it happened to pop up a trifecta of the soap, the aftershave splash, and the what do you call it? The fragrance. All three were in a bundle at a very good price on the Shave Bazaar over on Reddit. So I snatched it up. It's a bit of a blind buy. It's a big blind buy, but I trust Gerard. We kind of know each other, kind of our wheelhouse as far as scents go. I was really excited to unbox that for you guys today, give you my impressions on the scent, but that's gonna have to wait. And the truth be told, I'm traveling again on Monday, so I could do a live unboxing impressions of that still, but just that was a big chunk of the mail call today, so I do apologize. Since we have no control over the postal service. I know a lot of people having to deal with delays in their packages. So I am no different from y'all there. But one other mail call I got, and this is courtesy of Lothar Grooming, and uh, by way of Jack from the Virtual Groom Room. But these came originally from Johnny of Lothar Grooming, and he sent me two soaps. I do apologize. I'm looking at my computer monitor for to see where I'm holding stuff, but at the same time, I'm using my phone camera. That's hopefully better quality here. So we got Lothar, two tubs. This is a tub of Dave. Oh, I think this might be mirrored, but it's a tub of Dave. I do apologize if it is mirrored. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just my camera. But again, beautiful packaging. It's got matte black, very very visible logo on top. Dave, this he Johnny actually tweaked the scenting so that it up the scent strength a bit. I've not used these yet. These came in while I was away. You can see the fresh pour there. Everything's a little tinted with my warm lamp, so it's not actually yellow. It's like a white cream color. And while it is stronger, and this is not lathered up, but it's stronger than the original, but I would still say this is a light scent. So for those of you who like a really robust in your face scent, this isn't it. What I liked about Dave when I use this, and actually I um, passed it on to friend of the channel, Marion the Barbarian, because he mentioned he liked tea scents. He was curious about the soap, so I passed him along that tub of Dave. I got this one. We'll see how the scent strength has increased. I think it's going to be a slight bump up, but it's not crazy. It's not crazy strong. It's very pleasant though. Tea scent. It's a soft scent. There's some other notes in it that escape me right now, but Dave, a tweaked Dave is there. The other tub I got is of the this is a new one. It's Juice. And this one, it takes inspiration from qu- uh, beverage. I forget if it's alcoholic or not, but from a cordial, and that is at least a British thing. Other countries might have it. I know that's not really something we have in the U.S. That being said, the main I know a star player of this one is black currant, which I have some familiarity with as far as like fragrance goes. Creed Aventus has some black currant in there amongst the pineapple and the birch. So yeah, this is a pleasant scent. I would say this is probably medium scent strength. It's not an outright fruity sweetness. I would say it's a clean masculine scent. A lot of the Lothar soaps actually wind up being clean masculine scents. In my experience. And the only one I haven't tried, I probably will wind up picking up soon, is Calm. But, so we got yeah, so that was Dave and Juice. Again, I think I'm gonna be able to talk about the scents more, once these guys are lathered up, but Dave, I think I still say it's on the lighter side, like, lightly scented, and Juice is, medium scented, medium light. Yeah. So, um really just fantastic soaps, and I really encourage folks to try it. I know there's a few U.S. distributors, so totally check them out there. Oh, Seth, who is watching live right now, mentioned that got tears, but the scent of tears, but hasn't tried it yet. Check out Seth's YouTube channel, Sefferton Shaves. Next, next up, the recent travel setup. Sorry for the bit of a pause here. Let me show you what I brought along with my trip. I visited some family for the 4th of July holiday, and it's also my mother's birthday, so it was great. Our first, no, scratch that, second trip to New York, but in general, haven't traveled a whole lot. The school year's out, and we have a bunch of travel in July, so that means travel setup. So first off, trusty dot bag. It's blue canvas. This was from Maggard Razors, inexpensive. Um, I've been using this a while. I think I have Chad Irish of Talbot Shaving to thank for this. We used to beat up pre pandemic a few guys here in the New England area and let each other borrow stuff, give each other shave gear. And one time he just put it in this attractive attractive dot bag and just so I could keep the bag. So Chad, thank you so much. This thing's been it's just as sturdy. We can't go wrong with navy blue, a little bit of leather accents here. No nonsense. I think it's under $20 for Maggard razors, if I recall. So first for software, I brought three options. Probably way too much for a less than a week trip. First off, I brought Barrister and Man Reserve Cool. This one's a uh, recreation of Floyd Blue. Smells really good. I had a sample of the splash before, and I never just picked up the soap, but I really like this. It's close to like Aqua Velva, the classic blue one, but it's a little I don't know, it's a little more pleasing to my nose at least. It's not as musky. It's a bit more refined, for lack of a better word. So I really enjoyed this one, and I think Will just sent the email out that the Reserve Cool Splash is coming back soon. So I'll probably pick up the tub. I'll probably pick up the matching splash when that returns. And the other tub I brought was Seaforth Sea Spice Lime. You may be familiar with this one. IMCDB. This is, I think, in the running for his current soap of the year, 2021. I think it's just a damn good scent, especially good. I think it's all year round, but especially good in the summer. I think the only reason you wouldn't like this is if you don't like lime, and this has a little bit of an old school vibe to it. The notes, reading off the top here, are Tahiti lime, bergamot, sea spray, coriander, pink pepper, and oak moss. I've done a video review of this. fantastic scent, really bright, bright, clean, masculine. Yeah, and it has a classic appeal to it. Also, really easy to lather soap. That just really provides a great shave. So that was the second tub I brought. The third thing I brought was a sample, and this is the Shannon Soaps. First time using it, lavender and lemongrass. I actually really like this scent. My daughter, in particular, really liked this scent. She had popped in when I was shaving, and lemongrass. This is more lemongrass than anything. That kind of pops in the front, and the lavender kind of just makes it a calm. It's bright and it's calm. If that makes any sense. I am not going to really provide a review for this because I do think there's some room. There's a lot of room for error as far as samples go. But using a sample, I enjoyed it, and I particularly enjoyed the scent. So there's a good chance. There's a good chance I'll pick up a tub of this guy here. Shannon Soaps I know gets a lot of love. Once again, actually from IMCDB, and folks in the Lather and Blade Facebook group. So I'm glad I've been able to at least get a chance to check out one of their soaps in sample form. But to truly get to know this guy, I will have to pick up a tub, and I'm planning to do that sometime in August. Next up is the razor. The razor was one on loan from my friend Anthony. I packed it in the Razor Rock bag. I think my game changer came in this, and I really like this. It just protects the razor. I can throw my razor blade in there too. I go between this and using the spearhead. It's like the Gillette recreation. It's like an olive green military style holds 3-piece razor. Words are escaping me. The razor itself, Haircut and Shave Co. NO75 mixed metal. This is on a Weber, I think, wave handle. So this is not the original handle for this razor. Stainless steel top cap. And what you're seeing in the bottom here is, I believe, aluminum. It's in black. A little hard. Sorry, this is out of focus here. But really interesting razor. I was able. It's smooth but efficient. Got low blade feel. I was able to cut myself a little bit though, and this is funny because this happened like 2 days before we were taking some family portraits. I caught myself here and here. It healed up in time, but I think in finding the right angle, it matters. So I kind of probably was a little careless on that. Hey, what's up, Jard? Yeah, I was a little careless. I was able to cut myself despite it being that smooth. So I think I liked other razors a tad more that I've tried recently, but that was still a really nice one. So I used that for that was the only razor I brought along with me, and I had a Pole Silver Super Reed blade with that. And for my brush, this is the last piece of the shave. Oh no, that's not shave. It's not the last piece. Almost the last piece. I just reuse a West Coast Shaving cardboard, brush holder. I have no idea. I have no idea which one came in this originally, but either way, I brought this guy here. This is from Mozingo Brushworks. This pour is called Skyfire. It was the pour for the um I always botched the name, but it's like the New England Wood Shavers meetup from a few years back. I didn't get to go to that meetup. I went the year after, but he Brett Mozingo did a few more of these brushes, probably in different shapes, but it's pretty much the same pour, and it's there's like almost like a copper metallic brightness to the brown portions, and the blue is just I know the colors are distorted a bit, but the blue is just a really nice sky blue. This has I want to say this has a Venturian V1 knot in it. I think I was looking up to see where I don't always remember what brush knots I put in what handles because I usually set them myself, but I'm pretty sure that's a TDR, that darn Rob Venturian V1, and I do TDR is now Chisel and Hound. So yeah, so that's it. So that was a travel setup. I did not bring a splash, and instead, I'm just trying to run this out. This is a travel size, the Art of Shaving unscented aftershave balm. Again, apologies, everything is reversed. I think I can probably correct that in the future. I do like how it kind of comes into focus, though. That's a benefit of using the camera. Sorry, the camera on my phone instead of my laptop. So this thing is almost done, but the exciting thing is the next trip we're going on is to visit my in-laws over in Hawaii, and yeah, and we're really excited. It's a long plane ride, but doing all the preparations for safety and whatnot. But let me know if you're watching this. Whether you're watching this live, you can let me know in the chat, or you can leave a comment. Uh, what soaps should I bring? What soap should I bring to this trip? I'll probably bring two soaps again. It could be a sample, but one I have in mind is to bring Zingari Man Coconut Nanas. That is a beautiful coconut forward scent, very very tropical, and apropos of the setting I'll be in. So that's one that's like a strong front runner of what to bring. But if you want to give me some suggestions, I am all ears for that. Oh, okay. So Seth is telling me that if it is flipped correctly for us to read, that's awesome. Okay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad the video is smart enough to do that. I'm gonna catch up on some comments here, but again, I'm more than willing to do some Q&A. So if you have any questions for me, please drop them in the chat. If you leave them as a comment too, I'll get back to you. Oh, it's not mirrored; it's properly oriented. Oh, that's a comment from Gerard. Okay. Anyway, it sounded like it's legible for you guys, but in my monitor, it's reading reversed. Anyway, Arvin, he's one of our newest moderators on the Ladder Talk Discord. He's actually also in Hawaii. He says regarding the haircut and shave co razor, I love that razor. I love that razor all but against the grain. For some reason, it was just harsh as F. So it was I didn't think it was too I didn't think it was too harsh, but that's the funny thing with different razor and razor blade pairings, and for different people's hair types and skin types, right? Like we all it's very subjective. So I think in general, Arvin, we have different tastes in razors, but Arvin, for those who are not familiar with him, super super detail oriented. I think recently he was answering someone's asked looking for recommendations, and Arvin, like whatever hardware he uses, he will give you the ins and outs of his experience. Very organized. So yeah, just shout out to Arvin, who is our newest moderator on the Lather Talk Discord. And let's see what other questions. Oh, I got some suggestions. Ooh, okay. So both Gerard and Dwayne Clifford are suggesting Sterling Island Man. Island Man. I can speak. I swear. Although you do wonder why. That's why I edit stuff. But yeah, Sterling Island Man. Great suggestion. All right, all right. I'll put that. Seth asks, status of the Ladder Talk condom drop Gerard alluded to in the podcast. It's in the works. I'll assign if Gerard wants to take up that project. He is more. I am more than happy to support him. I don't know if I will be I'll be heading up that. That's a reference in the latest podcast episode about what kind of Lather Talk swag you guys would want. Gerard thought branded condoms. I don't know why, but guys, when we say be safe out there, all aspects of life. We have apologies if I say this wrong. Keyboss 11. When will the Blackland era be available? That's what I want to know. Keyboss 11. The only man who knows would be Shane from Blackland, who recently actually went on a new logo premiered. I also want to say they did a live or something with the manufacturer of the era. So Keyboss, check Blackland Razor's Instagram, because maybe they have a closer, or maybe they mention a release date or estimated time of arrival on that. I'm really excited for that. We spoke to Shane from Blackland about that razor back in May. And with these things, with new technology, there's going to be delays, but I know there is much excitement for it. myself and Gerard included. Gerard is who is here in on the live chat is regretting making that joke now because people are actually asking for it. Well, see, Gerard, that's don't put out into the universe if you don't if you don't want it to manifest. Um, yeah. So haircut and shave co. I don't know what to say. Like it's like it cut well. I'm still kind of developing my razor vocabulary, but it's a like but not a love. I mean, in the end, and one thing I think I'm going to do because I'm short on time as far as recording what do you call it content is to do a micro review because I know I mentioned these razors and that I want to give more time to it. So something like that, I've given a few more shaves during my travels, but I don't feel like I don't feel like shaving with it anymore, and I want to send it back to the owner, Anthony. So I'll do probably a micro review before shipping it back. The other thing that I want to do that this micro review idea, and we're talking about like under 5 minute review, is this guy here. This is the Rockwell Model T2. I'm just not a fan, guys. It's a beautiful razor. I think there is an audience for it, but I just overall don't like. I don't like the feel of it. It's a little too blade feely. It's got a little too much blade feel. That's probably a better way to say it. But mechanically, there's nothing wrong with it. That being said, razors that I'm only kind of meh about, or I only quote unquote like but not love, I usually move on. So I will be putting this up for sale. I'm not in a big rush because I probably won't be able to ship it before I leave. But if anyone's out there and they're not in a rush, you can hit me up. I'll give you give you a nice price on a very lightly used Rockwell Model T2. So who as far as who like this, I think if someone who wants a twist to open style razor, and again who likes some blade feel, who likes some aggression to their razors, and they don't like vintage razors, maybe because for cleanliness, some people don't like used razors or vintage razors. I think the Model T2 actually is probably a good option for at least people to consider. Other ones in the running, there's the Rex Ambassador, and there are the Parker variant, Mercure, Future. Those are all really different razors, both in looks and performance. So I think we could use more options in that category of modern twist to open. So I think it's a nice entry. Model T had a lot of drama behind it because of delays and pricing and this and that and problems. So I'm not sure if the T2 is enough to totally expunge it, but I really had no problems with it. If you ever do have like blemishes, machine marks, or that kind of cosmetic damage, or obviously if something's wrong with the razor, definitely get in touch with Rockwell razors. I think I, I believe they're fairly responsive, but yeah, so that's kind of where I landed on the T2. The last thing is in that little razor update is I borrowed and immediately fell in love with the timeless titanium slim, and that's from online friend Iceblock. So he's doing a pass around. So thank you for letting me try that razor. It's going on to Gerard. That's packed up, ready to go because I bought one after trying it. After 2 shaves, I'm like, "I'm buying one." And it also happened that, there was one that showed up on the Shave Bazaar, and I got a nice price on it, and I picked up I had to pick up the crown handle separately. I actually really like that handle. I know it's not necessarily everyone's cup of tea as far as design and whatnot, but, it was real good. It was real good. So, that was an unexpected purchase. Um is it different? And then one thing I will this is like I guess projecting to the future, but I do want to do a side by side comparison with my current goat razor, the Blackland titanium, um, sorry, Blackland Blackbird titanium Tybird. Oh man, I do want to do a side by side with that. I think I feel like they shave. I want to say without doing that direct comparison, they shave differently, but they're in the same ballpark, and it's like it's I like. It's what I like. I do think the titanium blackbird's more efficient, but that's okay. And then as far as the what other things? I got so with that purchase, I gotta move some things. That's another reason I'm kind of spurring on to move this along is just to uh refresh the funds, as it were. Between the other thing, the Razor Rock Game Changer, 0.84 and the Lupo 0.72. I think I've decided to keep the Game Changer. The Lupo, it's a few people have said this where it's got more blade feel, but not the efficiency. And I was like, yeah, after using it a few more times, like I like it, but again, I don't love it. So I'll be moving on that Lupo 0.72. Again, you can hit me up on Instagram or uh, leatherhog at gmail.com if you're interested. I'm usually just shipping within the US and stuff, but if you're a friend, we can work something out. Let's see. Seth's asking for a live head shave. Nope, nope. As long as I got some hair, I like my hair. This will, like, if it comes to the time where it's like receding back and back, or I'm getting like the horseshoe, I'd rather shave it off. That's fine. But I have an enormous head, guys. Like, I don't mean ego. That could be the case, but I mean like physically, I have a very large head. For the snapback caps, I usually have to like put it all the way back to like one or two dots connected. So I think if I shave my head, it'll look gigantic. So not necessarily a good look. Whoa, and Arvin, spoiler alert, I bought the tie slim and crown handle as well. Had a great experience with the loaner. So much for spending freeze. Nice. We can commiserate together, Arvin. That's cool. I didn't know you bought it too. That's awesome. And then yeah, Gerard. After Gerard uses it, I think you might be on the train because the same train because we tend to like the same razors as well. So yeah, that's kind of that's a little update on razors, recent purchases. Again, I'm sorry that the Southern Witchcrafts and the Meta didn't come in. I was really, yeah, I'm still really looking forward to giving that a try. But I love the I don't know, like with the scenting aspect, doing it live is there's element of fun to it. Oh, one update too from I had all those fragrance samples I'm working my way through. The winners or ones that really stand out to me so far are, of course, on the expensive side, Zerzhov Neo, a beautiful citrus scent, and Zerzhov Naxos, which is it's a very elevated. If you know, like I know that people know like CK Shock or what is it called? Amen, Pure Havan, any kind of sweet tobacco scent, even Parfums de Marly Herod. So Zerzhov Naxos, it works some sort of magic, and it's like it's the pinnacle of that kind of scent. Except it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you if you're into fragrances. But I really enjoyed those two. I also really enjoyed Rirana, Salty Citrus. So yeah, it's funny in that Coconut Nanas is also from Rirana. I don't like it as a fragrance. It goes too sweet on my skin, and it does it I don't know, as it dries down, it comes off as more feminine, more so than I would like, I guess. But with the soap and the splash, it keeps it in like more that suntan lotion, suntan lotion, but actually more gourmand, like a coconut ice cream kind of coconut ice cream, coconut jello. If you're familiar with some Asian desserts, it's like coconut jello, not ice cream, because I'm not talking about vanilla sweetness, but it's a little more fresh than that. Coconut bananas, I like it as a shave set, not as a frag. There's a few other scents that fall in that category, including Imaginary Authors Telegramma. I like it. I like it in the Noble Otter shaving software setup more than I do, just spritzing some on. I rather just use it as shave gear. It's weird. I don't know, but I think my associations with the scent, how I like to enjoy it, even something to do with the scent strength, it hits. It just hits right as a shave scent. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have ever come across that where you're like, if you are someone who gets into colognes and fragrances and you're into all this shaving stuff like I am, do you have any scents that are really good as a shave set? And then you try the frag version and you just noped out of there because it's weird. I feel like it should, you enjoy in one medium, you should enjoy in the others, but that's just not the case. More often than not, it's you enjoy the fragrance the most because that's the most unadulterated version of the scent, and you like that better than the shave scent. There are these scents that I like better the other way around. So who knows? I have no idea. I mean, I don't know why that is. More questions here. Kivas is asking, where can I follow your fragrance recommendations online? Oh, I do mostly shaving stuff, my friend. So I'll and I do focus on the scent aspect of the shaving software. But as far as like, I'm guessing you're talking about like what colognes and stuff I like. I got back into it a little bit more. I'm not buying things all the time like I am with shaving stuff, just because it's cost prohibitive. So you can check my Instagram because I post the scent of the day, a scent of the week. I kind of do a little roundup of that. So I would say there here if you want to see more. If you're like Kivas 11 and want to see more fragrance stuff, I dabbled with it when I first started the channel, and then I decided to focus on the shaving stuff. But hey, I love talking about frags. So again, you can hit me up on social media if you need some recommendations. More than happy to help. But if you want to see more content that's really just fragrance related, let me know. Comment below. Seth is asking, is Eternity Aqua any good? Seth, I don't have. So my dad loves the OG Eternity, so I kind of associate with him. I don't particularly, I don't particularly like that scent. He pulls it off well. I mean, because um, it's not an old man scent. I'm not being insulting either my father or the scent, but it's got a little more classic vibe to it. I've heard good things about Aqua. Maybe our mutual friend Melly Mel Shaves might be able to. Did he pick that one up? If he did, he might be a good person to ask. Um, yeah, yeah. So that's as far as Eternity Aqua. I'm guessing it's aquatic. I don't do a lot of aquatics either. Like really, like if you want to just like in you have a collection and you want to check off an aquatic in your collection, I say go Nautica Voyage, and I think that's still like 20 or 25 bucks. There were rumors of reformulations and whatnot, but that's just like most aquatics have this kind of a shower gel kind of vibe, like men's shower gel, and there's a reason I think that that's the scent of men's shower gel. It's safe, it's clean, it's enjoyed by most. So I say don't. There's not necessarily a reason to spend arm and leg, arm and a leg on it. So check out Nautical Voyage. You can find those at your TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, that kind of discount store, discounter, discounter. Yeah, I think that's what that is. So yeah, so that's kind of going off my outline here. We hit everything, and then I feel like I've been able to field questions as we've gone along. But I'll give another minute if there's any standing questions that I can tackle. A little Q&A in the future. Future plans for these lives. I'd love to obviously get better lighting. I feel like I'm very dark right now. uh, and I get putting up like putting up some graphics, doing like share screens and stuff like that. Maybe some light music in the background because I like music. I like some lo-fi hip hop, chill hop, whatever the name is, or just some light jazz. some Just something to give just set the mood, right? So Seth says I'm looking at 6.7 ounces for $40 is why. That's a lot. That's a really good deal, Seth, but you better like that fragrance. If you're getting 6.7 ounces of any scent blind, that's I don't know. That's a good price, but I don't know if I, I just don't like getting stuck with it because a cheapie is hard to sell too. If you get like a decent fragrance, new or used, you can always at least trade it or sell it off in some of the various groups online. But the cheapies, you tend to have to bundle them together, and they are a pain. Sorry if I hit my microphone. They are a pain to ship, especially you got to keep it, continental U.S. technically. Yeah. So I'd be careful on going. going in blind on such a large bottle, even if it is a good deal. In the end, I find the value is not worth it. I'd rather lose out on like a even if like the 3.4 ounce bottle, or rather, well, I don't know if I'll go metric or not. Either the 100 mil or the 50 mil bottle might be more expensive. It's in the end, it's something usable that you might be able to finish, or at least if you eat a loss on it, you're not in for too much, because what's savings if you're not going to even use the fragrance anyway? That's my that's my take on it. But okay, so I don't want to overstay my welcome. So for all you guys who have stayed for for the live, I appreciate your company. For those of you who have come and made it this far on the rewatch, I appreciate you for sure. Because I know the live experience is different from a rewatch, but I hope I've given you some interesting information, some good recommendations. You have any other questions? Of course, comment below. If you found this video helpful, if you found it enjoyable, smash that like button. And if you just like what I'm doing here, think I'm doing a decent job and want to catch other videos in the future, uh, please consider becoming a subscriber to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. But that's gonna do it for today's live, guys. Again, check us out. Come check out the Lather Talk Discord. We'd love to see you. Lathertalk.com. Check out the podcast, and yeah, stay tuned for some razor micro reviews and a little bit of a slowdown as far as content and stuff, as I'll be traveling for the rest of the month. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate your time and your support. I hope you guys have a great day and hope you take care. See you next time.